As that first pitch will be skied out to left field, high and deep, and we'll watch that baby fly as it'll be a 3-run bomb for the right fielder, A.J. Roush, as he put that one over the left field fence. Got that first pitch, loved where that was, and rocketed that ball out over the left field fence for a 3-run jack. And the Bobcats will now extend their lead to 4-0 as Richie Dell gives up a 3-run first pitch shot to A.J. Roush. Count 1-2, one down, runner on second base for Isaiah Peterson. The pitch swung on, lifted out to right field. Good piece of hitting, and that one will be down for a base hit as it'll get by the right fielder. Rounding third is Hendigas. He'll get in. Peterson to third base. He'll be head up there for an RBI triple, as I'm sure that's what they'll call it. Maybe a bit of a bad read out there from the right fielder, Justin Kirby, as they will call it a base hit, and the Bobcats now have an 8-4 lead. As Chalice will get his signs here from his catcher, Thompson. The 1-0 delivery will be screened right back up the middle. That ball is going deep toward the track, and it will find the trees out there in center field and will be a home run for the Ohio catcher, Mason Minzy, as he got all of that baseball and drove it right back where it came to center field for a jack. And now the score is 7-4 in favor of Kent State. Inskeep looking to battle back here after 2 walks to start the bottom of the third. So far in this game, both teams have 2 hits. So who has an error, that error being on the pitcher, Sinsky. As that error led to a run for the Bobcats, as Minzy will get all of that ball, and it'll be hit toward the right field corner, and it'll be fielded there from Cervello, and he'll throw into second base, and getting in there sliding will be Mason Minzy. And the Bobcats will play to run there, as it'll be an RBI double from Mason Minzy. As in standing up for the Bobcats will be A.J. Roush. And the ever-dangerous Spencer Harbert now coming to the plate, and the Bobcats now lead this one 2-0.
Payoff pitch due up once again. You got to capitalize on these scenarios.
Payoff pitch, Lukac, he puts one high and deep to left field. That's way up into the clouds, looking up as a left fielder, and that's off of the netting out there in left field. Touch them all, Nick Lukac, give him a wave, and that is a 2-run shot right there, and he is now 1 RBI short of 30, and that's the first home run of the postseason we've seen in this series between the Settlers and the Joes, and Lukac. Man, that ball was scorched out there. First home run of the season and first home run of this year for Nick Lukac.
Now 2 home runs given up on the season by Brock. That's Lukac's first home run in over a calendar year.
First pitch on his way to Drew Garth. He hammers that one into left field. Looks like it'll get down. Yes, there's another single for Drew Garth, and the Settlers have picked it up here in this 4th inning, as the man is still yet to be sat down so far. As that'll bring up Ben Kaplan. I mean, coming into this, I said in the break, ride the rain if you're Licking County, and that they've done so far, battling for their season and quickly cut the lead in half once again, and Drew Garth with that single. Still no outs for the 4-hole Ben Kaplan. First pitch to him, fouled. Up and out of play down the left field line. 0-1 the count will go.
If you're Kaplan here, you got to be confident, not necessarily based off the game, but based off this inning, and you've seen now 3 straight guys get to Brock.
0-1 pitch on the way. Drew Garth takes off, throw down to the second base. No, Garth got around it. Yes, he got around it, around the tag of Badalak. He's in there. Great view out there from the third base umpire who's moved over, Ron Black. Had a perfect eye on it. Good swim move out there for Garth. His now 9th stolen base of the season. And he is now in scoring position with a 1-1 pitch due up to Ben Kaplan, who symbolizes the tying run here in the top of the 4th inning. 4-2 the score in favor of the Hamilton Joes here at Foundation Field as the rain continues to drizzle from the clouds above us. The 1-1 pitch on the way. That one's just at the knees and on the outer half of the plate. In there for a strike to Kaplan, who's trying to get the rain to stop dripping off the top of his helmet. And he's looking to avoid being set down. And here's the pitch. That one's put on the ground toward the left, or right side, rather. Fielding it is Brazier. He flips on to Brock. He'll step on, but not before Garth moves up. And what is a productive out there for Ben Kaplan, which will bring up Junpei Ohashi, who struck it out in 3 pitches in an ugly at-bat, but looking to change it here in this plate appearance with Drew Garth, only 90 feet away, and would make this a 1-run ball game here in this 4th inning.
You got 2 solid guys up here, 2 up. You got Ohashi and you got Swanger. Both of them solid guys you want in this position. You got to get this next run across here, though.
As Brock now working out of the wind. First pitch to Ohashi, way out on the other batter's box. Ulrich has some troubles there with that one. But he slid over in time, kept it in front. As we'll have a 1-0 pitch due up here to Ohashi, the third baseman. Here it is from Brock. That one's high. Ohashi lifts that one high and deep into left field, ranging back as a left fielder, giving it a look. It bounces off the warning track. Ohashi's going to have extra bases. Garth will come in to score easily. That one looked like it might have got out of here, but is instead a double off the warning track, and Licking County's offense definitely has come to life here in this top of the 4th inning, and Junpei Ohashi symbolizes the tying run after that RBI double there, as we now have a 4-3 ball game. Welcome back as Miles White, the righty, is out of the bullpen for the Richmond Jazz, number 35, as that's the end of the day for Willis. White so far on the season for this Richmond Jazz squad is making his 6th appearance. 9 1/3 innings pitched. 9 hits allowed, 5 runs, 4 of those being earned on 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. He has a 2.0 win-loss record as well as a save. 3.85 ERA, a batting average against of 237, and a whip of 1.18. He's kind of been the solid lockdown guy for this Richmond Jazz squad out of the bullpen, and he'll look to do a job right here with bases loaded to the RBI machine, Turner Hill. And in case you missed it, that's the end of the day for Jake Willis. Willis went no innings, failed to record an out, only faced 2 batters and walked them both on a total of 9 pitches, which will bring up the guy, Turner Hill, who has a pair of RBIs today, and will look to do a job as White will try to slam the door on the Settlers as they have bases juiced here for the Marietta product. Winning run, or go-ahead run out on second base, tying run on third, and insurance one on first and one standing at the plate. First pitch to Hill will catch the outer half of the plate for a strike, and he's seen his fair share of those, but last time up he saw one and then put one into play out to center field for a sacrifice fly. He can't do that here. We'll need a base hit or a walk to drive in a run.
That's what he does. He works the count, as I've said. Now we'll probably go swinging here.
The 0-1 pitch on its way from White. That one rides low and out for a ball, evens up this count at once. White trying to pound the outer half of the zone, as the Settlers still have Logan Swanger out there warming in their bullpen. Richmond, nobody else is working down there.
Turner's a guy that can go backside pretty frequently, too. It's usually what he does a lot.
Turner was one of the most productive hitters on the Marietta Pioneers team that went to the Division III College World Series. He sees an off-speed pitch that he immediately kicks himself at for a strike from White, and he's quickly down 1-2. He's already been set down on strike swinging back in the first, but he's been in this situation all day. He's driven in 2 runs so far and could definitely take another pair, and his first hit for the Settlers in this 2022 season. The 1-2 on the way from White. That one rides inside, almost got the back foot there of Hill. Just missed him, and we will have a 2-2 pitch on the way in a game that we were unsure if this was going to go as far, but the Settlers have mounted a bit of a comeback, and will look to fully mount that comeback right here. We'll have a 2-2 pitch, 6-5, your score 2 down. Turner Hill at the plate with bases loaded. The pitch from White outside for a ball, and that'll give us a payoff pitch here. This is what you dream of as a hitter. Turner Hill, bases loaded, 2 outs, full count. Go-ahead run, bottom of the 8th here. Go-ahead run out on second base. Game-tying run on third, and insurance at first, and insurance at the plate. Pitch, payoff, a swinging, that ball's put into play over the head. This might be an infield single, fielded, throw out at first. It'll be not in time. Not in time. Turner Hill beats it out for an infield single right there, and the RBI machine ties this ball game at 6.
We're going to have appeal the home plate umpire here because they rolled him off the base. The field umpire did.
I mean, it was a bit of an awkward stretch over there from O'Malley. From our vantage point up here, it looked like that back right foot was off.
Safe.
They're going to say safe he is. That knocks this ball game up at 6, and the comeback has been mounted.
We got to get one more hit right here. Swaninger is wrapping up now.
And the Settlers have batted around here in this.
Nick Lukac in a big situation for us in this Settler team. See if he can come through.
He was in this situation the other night in the 8th, a very, very similar situation against the Grand Lake Mariners. 2 down, base is still juiced. Go ahead run on third base. First pitch Lukac sees is a slider that slides right out of the zone for a ball.
We'll take it any way around we can get right here.
Lukac, not unfamiliar to being in this territory all day long, was sat down on strikes looking back in the 7th in similar territory with his man, Ohashi on third, who's now on second base.
Upstairs.
That one's upstairs. Lukac has now seen 2 straight balls, and the Richmond bullpen has struggled to find the zone.
As I said earlier, about 4 innings ago, we had to get to this bullpen, and we've gotten to it.
Bases loaded, 2-0 pitch right here to Nick Lukac. Go ahead run 90 feet away. That pitch is low and in the dirt, and the turf rather. Keeps in front, though, does Skelly, and 3-0 count, and another ball will give the Settlers a lead.
Miles is a little rounded, I think, here.
He came into a bit of a tough spot, did Miles White out of the bullpen for the Richmond Jazz, trying to shut the door on the Settlers, failed by allowing an infield single to the man, Turner Hill. Lukac will have a 3-0 on the way here from White. Pitch is on its way. That one's a get-me-over fastball right down Main Street for a strike. 3-1 the count goes. 2 down, bases still juiced here for Nick Lukac.
Square pitch up right here, baby. Just get it through the infield.
Something in the green or a ball here will give the Settlers a lead. They would take some insurance. 3-1 pitch on its way. Lukac, that pitch runs high, and the Settlers now lead this ball game.
Comeback is complete now. I think the signal has been made to Swaninger. He's coming into this ball game.
I would not be surprised. Swanger has been the man that's been dubbed the closer for this Licking County Settlers team, and after trailing this ball game 5-0 in the first inning, the Licking County Settlers have come back to lead this ball game, showing their grit here.
This team don't give up.
They have not this week, I'll give him that much. As Drew Garth, the man who led off this inning with a single, will see a ball low from White.
A couple of these players challenge each other after that Hamilton game, and we've responded.
The Settlers had some trouble with plating runs last night. Only plated 1 in a total of 14 innings, but have 7 on 11 hits in this ball game. 1-0 to Drew Garth. Swings right through that one for a strike. Settlers will definitely take another insurance run right here, as they now lead this ball game 7-6 over the Richmond Jazz. Base is still loaded, 2 down.
You always want to be up by more than 1 and go into the last inning.
1-1 delivery to Garth. He puts that one in play. That's right at the gut. That one will find the green. Coming around, there is Jumpe, and coming around is Turner Hill. Holding at second base is Lukac, and another 2 runs there for the Licking County Settlers, and they lead this one 9-6 now over the Richmond Jazz. Singles, station to station, once again go the Licking County Settlers.
These guys are trusting themselves right now, just passing the torch. When you start hitting is contagious.
And it has been here in this 8th inning, as the Settlers have now plated 6 runs.
Durham needs to go daddy hack right here on this first pitch.
Durham, who had a sacrifice and reached on an air from Blaylock, which kind of got this rally started for the Settlers. First pitch he sees is a slider that slides a little too much out of the zone for a ball.
This is Miles' game, too. No one else is in the bullpen warming up or stretching.
Settlers now, after this comeback here in this 8th inning, lead this ball game 9-6 over the Richmond Jazz. 1-0 pitch on its way to Durham. That one's outside, but finds it right on the black for a strike. Evens up this count at ones to Durham. The Glass City native of Toledo, Ohio, will look to do a job and continue his impressive day. Had a sacrifice bunt as the second batter of this inning and reached on an errant throw from Dawson Blaylock. Lukac out at second, Garth over at first. 1-1 delivery outside for a ball to Durham. Durham, who's been swinging a hot bat so far, will look for an RBI right here. Drive in the speedy Lukac out of second base, as TJ has mentioned multiple times, the Settlers bullpen, and now the dugout's gotten into this ball game. But Logan Swonger's warming down in the pen. The closer, lefty, is rolling. 2-1 pitch on its way to Durham. That ball runs high and into Durham, and he'll have a 3-1 pitch here, as Miles White has struggled to find the zone here in this appearance.
The other thing this team has done is gotten Brian Perone off the hook for a loss.
That is true. Brian Perone is now off the hook for the losses. Right now lined up for the win. If the score stays what it is for the Settlers, will be Garrett Montgomery, who came in there to relieve Nick Oyster in the last half inning. 3-1 pitch to Durham. That one rides inside, almost got him, but he said he ducks out of the way. It'll be a ball regardless. He'll take his free 90, and the bases will be juiced.